In 1519, a man burned his only way home. And what happened next is actually the reason that I'm talking to you right now. So that guy's name was Hernan Cortez. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but 600 men settling to a land nobody had ever successfully taken. Every single expedition before his had turned back, failed, given up. And the second his fleet hit the shore, he gathered his men on the beach and told them to burn the boats. Every single one. And I want you to actually picture that for a second. You're one of his men, you're standing on a shore you've never been to before or seen before, and you turn around and watch your only way home go up in flames. And your commander is standing there completely calm, like he just did something completely normal. That is not motivation. That's not a speech. That's the man removing the option of failure from the equation entirely. They took the land, by the way. And I think about that story constantly because I think most people go through the entire life and never once do what Cortez did. They always leave a boat on the shore. Stay with me because in about 90 seconds, I'm going to tell you exactly what your boat is. And I think you already know, but you've been pretending that you don't. I know what it's like to have no boats, not by choice, but by circumstance. My family lost everything when I was young. We moved 14 times before I was grown. Evictions, couldn't make rent. Real instability. The kind where you stop unpacking boxes because, what's the point? And when you grow up like that, one of two things happens. Either it breaks you or it quietly removes your fear of losing. Because when you've already watched your whole world fall apart, when you've already been through the thing that most people are terrified of, it loses its power over you. You've already survived the worst case scenario. And I didn't realize it at the time, but growing up the way I did burned my boats for me. I had nothing to protect, nothing to fall back on, nothing to lose. And that was accidentally the most powerful position that I've ever been in. Now here's where most people get this wrong. And I mean most people, including people who think that they already get it. Everyone thinks the fear disappears first. Like there's some moment coming where you wake up and you feel ready, where the timing finally feels right, where you have enough saved, enough certainty, enough confidence, and then you go all in. That moment is not coming. And I need you to hear that. Think about a plane taking off. It doesn't ease onto the runway gradually and decide if it wants to fly. It hits full throttle before it ever leaves the ground. It commits completely before the sky is even possible. And if it hesitates, it pulls back at the wrong moment. It doesn't just stay on the ground, it crashes. Now, most people are pulling back at the exact moment they need to go full throttle. And they call it being smart, being realistic, being careful. But what they're actually doing is guaranteeing that they were going to crash, which is what they were trying to avoid. You cannot ease your way into all in. It just doesn't exist. Now, 8 months ago, I made a decision. I was going to start a business. Not on the side, not to see how it goes, all in, like it was the only option. And I'm going to be honest about that because I think people think I sugarcoat this part. It was not exciting. It was uncomfortable. There were weeks where nothing worked. And the voice in the back of my head was like, who do you think you are? Go back. This isn't for you. But I'd made a decision before I started that I was not allowed to listen to that voice anymore. I burned the boat before I even got on the water. Now, 8 months later, $80,000 days on Shopify, McLaren in high school, a family that couldn't make rent watching something get built that actually changes things. Not because I'm special, because I went full throttle and I did not pull back. So let me ask you something, and I actually want you to answer it. What boat are you refusing to burn? Because you have one. I already know you do. There's something that you've been half in on, something that you tell people you're serious about, but you haven't actually committed to yet. And you've been waiting for the right moment, for more certainty, for the fear to go away first. But Cortez didn't know it was going to work. His men didn't know. The boats were already gone before the outcome was decided. And that's the whole point. The certainty doesn't come before the commitment. The certainty is the commitment. Now, going all in is not something you do when you feel ready. It's a thing that makes you ready. So I'm not going to tell you it's not scary. It is. Burning the boats means accepting there is no comfortable exit anymore. No fallback. No, I'll just try and see. Just you and the decision that you made and everything that comes after it. But the version of your life waiting on the other side of that decision, it's so far beyond what you can even see from where you're standing right now. You don't need more time. You don't need more money. You don't need the fear to go away, but you need to burn the boats and you need to do it today. Not when you finish this video, not tomorrow, today. This is your sign. If you guys are interested in what I do, I dropship. There's a free Discord in the description. No pitch, there's no course. I don't sell any course. The only way I make money is by dropshipping. And what I do pretty much is I just give people information on how to start, because there's a lot of people out there that have not gotten to start yet, and I want to give them an option too. So join up if you want, and if not, send this to someone who you think needs this video. Peace out, guys.